Hello, everybody, and welcome back. Going into part 2 of today's episode. What's Relay dreaming about?
Electric sheep, obviously.
Finally answering that ages-old question. All right, good. So a tiny robot sheep jumps over a fence in a beautiful computer simulated landscape. It looks like the Windows 95 stock background, you know, with the green hill and the blue sky. It's like
Yeah, that's an actual photo of,
Yeah.
like next to their office or whatever.
Yep.
Yeah.
And there's electric sheep that live there.
Yeah.
All right, so I think let's start with Katya. So Katya, your plan here is to you're shooting to you're basically skeet shooting. You're duck hunting these drones, right? You want to try to like knock them out of the air. What is your purpose?
Like,
why do you want to do such a thing?
my goal is to slow their ascent by making them scan more thoroughly. If I take one or two out, like they're gonna
you want to break up their
I want to break up the scanning
network. Yeah, because essentially you can't see it right now, but there's a ring of them all the way around the building, and it's just sliding up and down the building, like scanning the floors for targets, because they've lost track of you on account of all the shooting.
If they stay, they'll probably find Jinx and Relay.
Yes.
And like that's what we don't want.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they'll get track of you again.
Yeah,
and it's funny because it's one of those situations where both sides are trying to kidnap the other, right? They're like, apprehend them, and you're like, we're gonna apprehend you, asshole.
I was gonna say, at the very worst, like they will realize that I'm shooting at them from the roof, and everybody else will be okay.
Yeah. A brave and noble choice. Also, why you end up getting shot all the time. Okay, so go ahead and
Katya's a consummate professional. Okay.
Yeah, go ahead and mix it up. I love the idea of Katya like getting up on the roof and being like, well, I guess I got to get the attention of all these drones. So here we go.
6.
All right. 6. Now again,
could I ever roll meat at like higher than a fucking 6? Please?
Can I ask a quick question?
Yeah.
Is there a method in this game for people to assist on rolls?
Yeah, we've done it before.
Talked about that before.
Yeah, Dave was gonna do it, but the thing is, if you are assisting, you are taking time to stop whatever you're actually doing and doing that instead, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if, for example, like Drez could help target here, but if he chooses to, that means I'm gonna hold off on getting back to him to do more things because he's occupied doing that.
Okay. Yeah, I was just wondering because we haven't seen a lot of it.
Yeah. I mean, I figure it's actually doing the same thing that I was doing at the moment anyway, like getting ready to do suppressing fire with the gun turret. So assisting here with the gun turret would actually probably be better than me rolling meat myself.
You're basically both jumping in on the same thing because if Katya wins this roll, even at a cost, there's going to be a disruption of their intelligence situation. So yeah. Go ahead and help Drez. See if you can pull that off.
Okay, and it's based on links. Okay, let me just scroll down to here. Okay, you got it. It's your 7.
Okay, so you both got a 7 and 9. Katya, what are your choices?
My choices are just checking my mix it up here. 7 and 9, choose 2. I guess I take harm as established by the fiction.
Okay.
And something, oh no. Something of value breaks. Fuck it.
Okay.
Ooh.
Okay.
It doesn't matter.
All right. So yeah, and so I'll loop Drez's 7 and 9 in on that. So Drez, here's what happens. You're using how are you helping? How are you using the gun to assist?
Yeah, I guess I'm not even like necessarily firing it. I'm just using the because we established that it's using RFID to track where the friendly drones are so that it can't shoot them.
The rebooting disabled that system.
Okay.
Yeah, which was the point of rebooting it, right? Because now it can't IFF at all. It doesn't know which drones and which people. Like everything is a neutral target. Everybody is popping up yellow rather than green or red.
Okay. So I guess what I do is do 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 do. I mean, the obvious thing is I like fire at it, but I don't think I want to do that because that would give away that something's going wrong. Oh no, it'll be fine. Yeah, I'd take a few shots that look like they're kind of aimed sort of towards where Katya is, but they're actually going for the drones that are nearby, and they swerve to like dodge it. And I've like worked out the trigonometry so that the bullet's going to miss by a little bit, and then it swerves to
Right,
dodge
that
this
you
bullet,
have.
so it hits another.
So the data has plausible deniability.
Yes.
Okay, so
Yeah,
you
'cause that's what I'm working on at the moment.
you spin up the gun. It fires for a few seconds, which is like whatever, like 30 or 40 rounds. It's a minigun, so it's firing these like tiny little sliver bullets. The bullets all kind of like fire up towards Katya. Katya, I think some of them, because you chose excellent cover.
Yeah, I was hoping that would come into play.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. So some of these little sliver shots, like they hit the front of your cover. I'm gonna get you to make the harm move, but it's at 0 harm. You don't actually take any harm.
Don't worry, I'm gonna crit this baby.
Please no.
I've never once failed. Harm move. Where's
Two.
harm? There it is.
Double one.
10.
Oh.
Okay, this is like like the data. I know I say this every time, but like I was like, oh, I probably have confirmation bias. Like I always remember the stuff that goes badly.
So
But
can we?
It goes badly so often for me. Like, what the hell is going on?
When we
Sometimes it's
listen,
that,
I just
like,
the clear
first
solution
one.
to this is that when we play Burning Wheel, you need to make your character like a death cultist or a necromancer or like
Don't
something
worry.
like
Don't
just
worry. Don't worry,
Desperate
Adam.
Killer,
we're
just bathe
already,
your-
We're already going court jester into desperate killer. It's already happened.
just
It's already
bathe yourself in the blood of your own failure.
what I'm gonna do.
What would you like to do? This one isn't too bad. Like you would just take 1 harm if you choose that. Take the full harm.
Okay.
Because otherwise, it's losing cyberware, a body part, or getting knocked out.
I guess I guess it's the harm. I have to take the harm.
Yeah.
I lean over a little too far and the cover doesn't protect me.
Yeah, you get, and I actually don't think it's not even the bullet that hits you. It's that the one of the
Like
bullets.
shrapnel?
Yeah, the bullets hits like a metal pipe, and the metal pipe like bursts, and
Yeah.
a piece of the shrapnel from the pipe, hits you in the back. Now there's there's a cluster of like electrical cables and stuff, and one of them is like spraying like some kind of coolant into the air. And so it was that you take harm and something breaks. Something valuable breaks.
Yeah.
Okay. The vehicle's machine gun has built-in hard-coded. Like if it fires with the IFF disabled, the whole thing just shuts off. It goes into emergency mode, and then the gun locks up. And it's a hardware lock, and so it says like, "Please see a technician." It gives you like a number to call, because the gun has misfired in IFF mode. And it's funny because this like the notice wouldn't come from like the Elixir like military department. It would come from their PR department. Like this gun has fired without use of IFF. This is a violation of Public Relations Code 2124. Please consult a public relations agent to have this gun re-enabled. So the whole machine gun just and like
Sorry, Dave.
stops.
No, it's totally fine. It did its job. I'm not going to kill anybody.
So
with
yeah,
that
the
gun.
drones. You take out a couple of them, right? And these are. How does Katya take out these drones? Like, are you?
So
I want to see
they're-
her
they're-
firing her
they're-
sniper rifle.
They're like moving up the building, right?
Yeah.
So it's one of those things where it's like lent against the lip of the building, like down, and it is one of these big. It's like a really chunky looking thing. And it makes a sound when it fires that isn't so much a bullet firing sound as it is just like a shing, whoosh, like
Nice.
like hydraulic noise.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. It sounds like the inside of a
Yeah.
factory.
Yeah, exactly. And the drone that it hits, you can see this like like metal spike like that long and like that thick, like stuck through it. And
it's like the gun from that Bato uses to kill the tank at the end of Ghost in the Shell. That like, and where you don't hear, like, because it's so quiet, you don't really hear the gun firing because it's like a railgun or whatever. But you see the drone suddenly like sprawl out the back, and then a bunch of its guts just go like blown out one side.
There's also like this massive kick on it, you know, like because it's like this hydraulic system, and you can see like that the friction of the bolt going down the barrel has like heated it.
Oh yes, it's starting to turn orange.
Smoke coming out the end and like a sort of orange tinge to it.
Might I suggest as well, the reason why these have like massive railway spike bullets is because they can use the kinetic energy of like impact on their first target to hit another one. And that's why the gun is so big and massive and has all this targeting stuff. It builds in like 2 hits. Where you fire the first one, it hits that, explodes out of it into another one.
Exactly.
Like,
Krug tactical long range firearm. When one shot must be enough.
The other thing is like it's used for military stuff, but I also imagine this being the like, okay, we've got to like get the oil rig, you know, like those 3 points need to be.
Yeah.
Like,
well, we talked about this as Krug's equipment being kind of universal across the board, multi-use. So it can be used as a like anti-vehicular. Yeah, 1 shot, 2 kills. It can be used as an anti-vehicular weapon, but it's also like a distance rivet gun. You can use it for a bunch of different stuff depending on what modules you attach to it.
And that's the thing. It is modular. You know, like it comes apart and puts.
Okay. Oh, yeah, it totally has like tracking ammo as well. It like fires all kinds of things.
So the drones, because it's obvious where they got shot from and all of that stuff. They split into 2 groups. A small group of them comes up to investigate you. They're on their way up, and then the rest of them fill out the net. They like spread out. And they start heading down the building slowly, more slowly than before because there's less of them, and so the spread is more spread out. Jinx, we cut to you dragging Relay's body out into the lobby. The chipped tile floor, the big graffiti covered columns. It's kind of an open space, and off to one side there is we can see the AR glow of megaplex communications, like phone terminals, and then there's a big kind of round grubby white plastic hasty dock. It's essentially like a double wide phone booth, about as big as the kind of like rotating doors on a hotel or something. It's a semi-transparent plastic, for privacy. And it has this kind of little green cap on top of it with the cross, and it says hasty doc. But it's been spray painted over, so it says hasty dick. And there's graffiti all over the outside of the dock. You can't at a glance tell whether it's working or not. None of its AR is turned on.
And like do I have to like, would it have like medicine in it, or would I have to bring the hurt person into the thing to get treated by the doctor?
It's a hasty doc, and so like all other Hasty Mart products, it's built with the lowest possible requirement. Like literally, you go in and there's a button that just says "Feel Better," and you hit it. It'll scan you, tell you how much it costs to feel better, and then it does it.
Okay, so I drag Relay and myself like into the thing, like assuming that it's still openable. And
you grab the slider, pull it open, and shove.
And so like we're standing in there and I'm just like pounding on the button. I'm like, just work, damn it. And like coughing and like, yep.
Okay.
That's me. I'm just like, just please.
All right, so you hit the button a bunch of times. The button, instead of says feel better, someone has like written on a marker, get fucked. And you hit it a bunch of times, and it starts to power up. It turns on, and the inside lights kind of turn on, and you're bathed in this like airplane bathroom fluorescent glow. And then the hasty doc starts talking to you in Mandarin.
And I do this thing where I'm just like, just yes, whatever, yes, please, just
okay.
English.
So you say that it just keeps like talking quietly and gently in Mandarin, and then you're like English, and then it's like the voice clicks off, and then you hear sorry about that. Now, how can we get you fixed up?
I got shot, and then I like cough like and get the whole like really disgusting phlegmy like I don't know gross cough, and I was like, and that also.
So you hear the voice says, I'm hearing gunshot wound and respiratory ailment. Is that correct? And
Yes.
outside there's like machine gun fire going off. The hasty doc says, well, unfortunately I'm detecting 2 users.
Yeah.
This hasty doc is only equipped for 1 user at a time. So one of y'all is going to have to step outside. This is what we call triage.
And I'm like, cool. All right. See you later. And I like open up the door and like close it again with relay inside. I'm like, I hope this works.
Close the door. Yeah. So while you're outside, Sith Master in chat mentioned this, and this is totally canon now. While you're outside, you remember like a news story from several months ago about some gang hacking the hasty docs to harvest organs?
Great.
So people would go in and be like, I have a cold. It would be like, I see you need your spleen removed. Zoom, and like cut you open and take out your guts.
I didn't have anything to do with that, okay? Just nothing.
Oh, yeah,
It
totally.
wasn't me.
Exactly. It looks
well,
like you
I
need
hope
your
that's not one
legs
of-
attached to your face.
Oh God.
So you bundle relay in there, you close the thing, and on the outside, a little like cartoon looking like nurse kind of appears in AR, and it says, while you're waiting, and she has a much like calmer, like more placid, less business doctor voice. She's like, while you're waiting, it can be common to experience anxiety. Would you like some medication? And a little slot goes like bloop and like opens up on the side of the hasty doc.
I'm like, trust me, lady, whatever drugs you got, I got better ones. And then I just like close it again.
Yeah, fuck you. And you can see that from the top to the bottom, the hasty doc lights up. There's this glowing, and it sounds a bit like a like an MRI machine. It's got this like loud whine, this clunking sound as the external machinery. It's a big tube that runs on the outside, goes zoom down to the floor and then back up, and it's like clunks and rattles. It gets stuck partway because the machine's engine pushes one side harder than the other, so it kind of gets like stuck for a second, and then it clunks down hard, finishes the scan,
Reassuring.
runs back up to the top, and on the outside, it says it looks like your friend is unconscious. And then it brings up this incredibly tiny, like 3-point font, like piece of legalese, essentially. And it says, to operate on your friend, we're going to need you to put your thumb right here. And there's a little like thumb here, like square.
Would I have prior to this like found a way to like get these things to work without giving it like my like basically my like DNA or my whatever? Is there? Can I like say that I've totally like fiddled with these machines and like know how
If you had
bypass that?
intel, maybe, or were the kind of character that had the expertise to do such a thing.
Yeah. Okay. No, it's fine. Yeah. I'll just be like, hopefully D-Res can take care of this later.
And you have cred, right?
Yeah.
Okay, it'll cost you 1 cred, and then you can make the first aid move.
Where is that? Cool.
Yeah.
So apply first aid using cool, and it'll have both the normal effect and it'll wake relay up as long as you get a 7 to 9. What's your harm at right now, relay?
A lot, probably.
My harm is at 2100, so I'm still first aidable.
First,
Okay.
Exactly, perfect.
Cool. All right. So, do I get any plus for using this fancy machine?
No, because it says when you treat someone's wounds using appropriate medical equipment, which is a hasty doc in this case.
I'm sorry.
It's not a good roll. It's not a good roll at all.
I I apologized before I rolled. You
Perhaps this is one of those organ harvesting ones.
perhaps.
Yeah, it just is like operating, and then just blood just comes out of the bottom of the, it's fine paste. No, I think it's fine. I think that
It's fine.
the things that happen do not happen visibly.
Oh man.
Oh, good. I'm just owned by Hasty Mart now. You've signed away my immortal soul to Hasty Mart.
All right,
Thank
so you pay the cred. Hasty Mart. Yeah, you get the nurse is like,
Welcome to the Hasty Collective.
yeah, and so the nurse is like, yeah, Hasty Mart thanks you for your business. Now just take a seat and we'll have your friend fixed up in no time. And then some like faint, kind of like calming music, some sort of new agey music comes on, and you can hear stuff happening, like spraying, and like we see on the side, there's a like a little like chemistry like engine, basically, like, and there's a tube that fills up with some kind of fluid, and then it drains, and like,
Oh God.
yeah, and we never get to see what happens inside the Hasty Dock. But when it's
You
finished,
don't want to know what happens.
You don't-
inside
yeah.
Hasty Duck.
what happens in the Hasty Dock stays in the Hasty Dock. What happens when we're done with the Hasty Dock, and we can see the list of things that are wrong with Relay, and it's going through and like turning them green, but some of them it doesn't know what they are, doesn't know how to fix you, like, because like I assume Relay has some very deep-seated physical problems that can't be fixed by a Hasty Dock.
Yeah, like how I'm missing all of my limbs and they've been replaced with cybernetics, you know?
Exactly. Yeah. But what
I
happens?
have like a janky robot arm.
What happens at the end when it's done? So it goes through the list. The ones it can't solve, it can't fix. It just draws a line through. It gives you your bill in credits, and then the thing fades away. You get a little notification in your AR. You get an email basically of the receipt, and then there's a very pleasant like chiming sound, like you would like the sound of you getting like an email or something. There's like a ping, and then the door slides open, and Relay, you're conscious, though a bit dazed. You step out of the Hasty Dock. You're wearing a paper, like a green paper like hospital gown, basically. And then the Hasty Dock opens up a slot on the side, and there's a vacuum pack of everything that you were wearing before you got put in the in the dock. So all of your clothes and your guns and shit are in this plastic vacuum pack that just plunk, like comes out of the side of the dock.
You know, as you do. You got all your possessions vacuum packed away.
Yeah. It's a bit like when you're getting released from prison.
Yeah.
And I think that we can see you've got several like patches on your neck, like medicine patches, and you are like a little fuzzy. Everything's you're a bit dazed.
Glad you're not gonna.
And sorry,
die
do I heal
then.
any harm?
No, the roll was a failure. You just get restored to consciousness.
I'm just conscious. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. We're fine here.
I mean,
Yeah.
you'd probably rather not be with the amount of ping you're in at 9 o'clock, but you know.
Well, you're actually not in any pain. You're feeling pretty good. Like
I feel like shit.
you Relay, you step out of the Hasty Dock feeling calm and relaxed and like a bit distant from all of the bad things that have ever happened in your life. You have a bit of a craving to just like sit down and like watch TV for a while and like, you know, relax, really enjoy your life. You don't know why your friend looks so panicky. Jinx looks like she's having a problem right now.
So I've had a
you
lot
really-
of sedatives.
Yes,
is what you're telling me.
yes, you've been heavily sedated. Physically, you're still capable of like moving around and stuff, but like your brain is in a happy place.
And you really, 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 and I'm not sure why, want a hasty burger and a Slurpee.
I mean, does it not provide me with my aftercare Hasty Burger?
No, it does give you a 20% off coupon though.
Okay.
It's actually built into the gown. It's like if you take the gown into the Hasty Mart, you'll get a 20% off your next.
There's
order.
like a little like section of it that's a little RFID thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I like.
By the by, were we talking about how much pain you'd been in at certain levels of harm? Because I'm at 10.
Same.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it hurts a lot.
I'm in pain too. Like seeing all my friends get hurt is really difficult for me.
Yeah, shut up.
You
Me and Katya are like
sociopath.
this close to death.
So Jinx,
and
yeah, Jinx, what do you?
Relay was unconscious.
Jinx, what do you say to Relay? What's the plan as soon as Relay comes stepping placidly out of the machine?
I'm like, so like, how was your vacation? Like basically, because they were unconscious, and I'm just gonna be sassy about it.
Yeah, and they like turn their head towards you and are just like give you this confused look. Vacation.
We were in the middle of a mission. You just, dropped out. You ready to go back to work now that you have your shit?
They tried to
Yeah,
tear my nervous system apart using a malicious software.
Uh-huh. So are we gonna...
I think. And then like Relay just wanders outside.
Oh my...
Tearing the little RFID coupon out of the hospital gown.
So and Jinx is like, hey, they're shooting at people out there. You don't just like, oh my god. Fine. All right, we're going in these cars. Come on, get in this car.
And yeah, I'm probably getting a feed from Drez that's like, this is where you need to go.
Mm-hmm.
This is what we're doing. And I'm just like, doop, doop, doop. So I'm just going to go do that. Yeah. So I go out to the car.
Okay.
I like yell off to some stoop kid. A lot of help you guys were.
You get one of these. So okay,
maybe more than one.
So Drez, you want to get so Relay and Jinx get in the Hilux, the one that was carrying the drones.
Yeah.
Or the security drones, the not the flying drones. Okay. All right. So the Hilux detects unauthorized passengers, and sets off like an alert to you because you're in the system. You get to see the alert.
No.
Yeah, you want to shut that down?
No.
Okay, so you're like, chill, it's cool.
We're authorized, is what it is. It's not that. It's like, double check that because I'm pretty sure those people are authorized, and it's like, bing, oh yeah, they're fine.
Okay.
Yeah, there's probably nowhere to sit in it, but like, you're allowed in there. It's fine. I'm like, okay, now hit the buttons on the window so nobody can see that you're inside, and if you could wait very nicely and patiently, the car in front of you is going to be the VIP car. Please enjoy, and I just like start playing the radio for them because it's set in this car.
Okay, all right. So meanwhile, Katya up on the roof.
What kind of music is it?
And yeah, Relay is just putting their clothes on inside of this massive SUV.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
What kind of music is it, Dave?
I don't know.
What kind of music would Drez play?
I mean, it's the radio, so it can't be anything cool.
So it's just ads. You just start hearing ads, like
advertisements.
Yeah. Totally.
Jingles, just full. What's that one movie where the old jingles are like the 50s tunes? They're just old radio jingles. The Murder, Death, Kill movie. That.
So so Katya, you're on the roof. You've attracted the attention of the drones. What do you want to do?
Well, there are still people in this building who we need to acquire.
Mm-hmm.
Have they come into line of sight at all? They have an excellent field of view.
No, but Drez, you're plugged into their comms, and I think that it's like Vestergaard trying to get a hold of. He's trying to open a line to HQ to get backup because he's like, nope, we don't have them anymore. The initial attack didn't work. I'm gonna need some backup. You can interfere if you want. You can spend one of your hold.
Yeah, sure. Which system is that in?
It would be just like the general vehicle, like the Hilux systems.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's fine then.
Yeah, I mean, the hold you had over the weapon,
so-
you might as well just like, you can erase that because it doesn't exist anymore. The weapon is just like shut off hardware wise. So
Okay.
just the vehicles now. The only other system is the system controlling the surveillance drones.
Okay. So I want to answer the call, right? and start to talk to him.
Okay, yeah, you want to hijack the call? Sure.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, so you
Okay,
cut
so
in.
hold.
So yeah, he's just like what would be the name of like Skylark, I think. So he's like, Skylark command, come in, this is Vestergaard. And then yeah, you see the outgoing call, you intercept it on its way out and hook it into your comms.
First of all, this is Skylark. Copy.
And he says he's like, plan A failed, Skylark. I'm gonna get the fuck out of here. We're gonna need to call in plan B.
Roger that. Plan B is a go. Please proceed to the vehicle. We have visual confirmation of the targets. Over.
I try to fast talk this dude.
Okay. Bleh.
Oh, nice. Diaz styling with the fast talk. All right, so he
I
just
say copy and over.
he doesn't notice. So he's just like copy that, Skylark, and hey, give me a little bit more time than last time to get out of here. And then he clicks off. And I think that's what triggers he's gonna leave. Nice work, Drez. So Katya, you need to avoid these drones, because if they get up here and they spot you, you're gonna have a much harder time maintaining your cover from to take the shot, right? Because you're gonna have these fucking birds flying around.
Okay.
What do you want to do?
Let's do the traditional sniper maneuver, fire and move. So we need to move somewhere else. So
right, because right now you have a place with cover from the street and a good shot, but what you need now is a hidden place with a good shot on the street.
I need somewhere I can go where there's not as much visibility. Exactly.
Okay. Cool.
So what I'm thinking is, if they're coming up the front of the building and like scanning through the building, I might be able to avoid it by getting onto like the fire escape on the outside, which we've established like exists. So they've seen me on the top of the building. If I take my rifle off there and just like run over to where the fire escape is, hop onto the side of the fire escape, and then take like another position from one level down on the side of the building rather than like...
So exactly. Yeah, that's a great idea. So here's the roof. You want to drop to the side so that when they come up to scan the roof, they don't get you. Yeah.
I'm going to be like a level down under the fire escape.
It makes me a little uneasy how good at this you are, Elf. Like, dice aside, if I ever need somebody to shoot at somebody from a roof, I know who I'm going to call.
Yeah, I'm not very good at it, like practically.
Yeah, practically. You've got sniper wise.
If you have a sniper lined up, I can do the talk through.
You're a backseat sniper.
Yeah, I'm a backseat sniper.
Yeah,
so
sniper wise. All right.
So
cool.
I'm gonna run. I'm gonna run back over to the fire escape and hop down a level so that the drones, when they scan the roof, don't see me.
Okay.
And I'm waiting because I'm assuming I've heard this chatter from you. The Vestergaard's coming out. Drez?
Yeah, I like broadcast the conversation to you. So
cool. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna wait.
You also do. Yeah, you also hear that. It's like, please take under advisement. Plan B sounds really fucking bad. So try and get out of the area if you can.
I'm gonna wait for Vestergaard to come out the front and head towards the cars. Or some way to extricate, because I'm assuming that there's a vehicle somewhere that they're gonna move towards, or something that'll get them out of there. And I'm going to increase their panic and thus ruin their perception of like what might be a trap by shooting whatever is next to them. So like, if Vestergaard comes out with a security drone, like the security drone that's been near him, I'm going to kill the drone if I can, like put a spike through the drone, and Vestergaard hopefully will panic and go towards the car that we have hacked. The nearest shelter is that.
Yeah.
So that's kind of my plan. Like, I'm not going to shoot at Vestergaard. I'm going to shoot at Vestergaard's escort.
Like herd him into.
Yeah, and try and shepherd him into our into our snag.
Well, let's see where you do that from first. So roll that move.
Roll a sniper move.
Yeah, pop up that sniper move, and let's see how your initial position is. So you dash across the roof as the drones break formation and start to like come flying up.
No, my sniper position is like not even concealed.
Yeah, so you're
like on the side of the building with a sniper rifle.
I think you're just out in the open when the drones maybe come up too fast, and you're out in the open, and their targeting lights like drop on you. I think that these drones probably have some kind of like basic like submachine gun kind of things, like the equivalent of like an MP5. And so they fire some bursts at you. What do you do? So this is where we see you running across the gravel on the rooftop, and we can see the bullet trails going like coming towards you.
Yeah. I'm gonna try and make it off the side of the building. Like, there's no other cover up here. It's pretty dead. Like, there's the little building that's like where the door to the stairwell is gonna be, obviously, but it's a little far off, and the edge of the building is where I was. So running back towards that is just gonna put me in line of fire. The easiest thing I can do is try and hop off the side, same way I was going to.
Okay. From where you're standing, you can see the like emergency fire exit on one side. There's the roof has, like all other buildings in the megaplex, it has a like a Zeppelin like docking clamp and a helicopter pad for like VTOL vehicles. And from here, you're kind of like running along the edge of the pad. And you can see the building the little like tower that leads you downstairs. You can see the emergency fire escape that you can run towards, and then right in front of you, maybe the closest thing, you can see there's like a window washing like platform. You don't see the platform because it's down somewhere, but you can see the steel cables that run down to it, and that's the closest thing to you. So.
Okay, so the window washing platform is going to get me more cover from the bullets, is what you're saying.
I mean, it's the closest thing that's on the side of the building to you, but you don't know how far down the actual platform is. But the cables that run down to the platform are over the edge.
Yep, let's do it. I'm gonna grab a cable and like write it down.
All right.
As quickly as possible, like rifle over my shoulder, like, like
jump out and grab, and you'll swing out and then start swinging down.
That's the plan.
All right, act under pressure. Hey, there you go.
Ooh,
okay,
nice.
It's a 9.
So yeah, I think that you run out, you grab it. You swing out a little bit from the edge of the building and then start sliding down, you're somewhere between trying to like not get your hands burned off and also to slow yourself down before you hit the platform. And I don't think you land gracefully. I think you like probably land and like immediately like hit your back. And
better to fall and take a bruise than get shot up by machine guns.
Yeah. So now you're further down and they're above you. But it is a 7 to 9. So what I think happens is you land and roll slightly. You hit the edge of the platform. Your rifle comes loose, but it doesn't fall completely. But it falls out of your grasp and gets caught on the bottom of the platform. So it's hanging by its strap. You know, a meter or two down underneath the platform now, which you're lying on your back on.
Okay.
So, in the meantime, Drez, Relay, and Jinx, what are you doing? You have no eyes on Katya.
I mean, we were waiting in the car, right?
Mm-hmm.
So do we hear over comms that this is going on, or?
I mean, you just hear a lot of heavy breathing, and
I mean, what you hear from Katya is, okay, I'm gonna get it. I always strike the accent in action. Okay, I'm going to try and get a position. Oh shit! Like
yeah, footsteps, heavy breathing, the whole Foley effect, the crunching of the gravel, the zip of the gloves against the line.
Like the rope.
Yeah.
The sound of the breath going out of your lungs as you
the heavy thump, the rattle, maybe like the sound of a plastic bucket like tumbling off the edge.
The metallic thud of hitting my back on this platform.
Man, don't let me forget to get the optics thing that we've got on you, Relay, over on Katya next time. She's doing all the cool action shit. Make for a way better stream.
And Relay in their like drug-induced stupor is just like, oh. Like doesn't form a complete sentence.
Like, if there's one thing I can do, it's cool action shit where I get hurt. Like, let's be real.
Gotcha,
I like-
professional stunt woman.
I
Yeah,
like
pretty
look
much.
over to Relay and I was like, remind me to do whatever you did next time. It looks like you're having a good time. Like meanwhile, I'm at like 2,300
Yeah.
harm.
Hey,
like
hey,
bleeding
Relay,
out of the
Relay,
car.
give me a hit of that patch you got on.
Yeah, just
It's like
gonna
licking
have
it. Come on.
Yeah, maybe Relay does just like pull one of the patches off and just like clumsily like put it on.
Well, and the
you, like,
patch that you pull
here.
off, it's like it's a little like fiber like patch, but on the other side it's got all these little like barbed little like hooks, and it doesn't tear off. It stings a little to like pull it off.
Yeah.
But it's like one of those like blackhead like strips. It's got these little like pointy things
Ew.
sticking out of it. And you're like, hey,
Gross.
yeah.
Like, don't touch me with that. I don't actually want it. Jesus.
No wonder you use drugs.
That's disgusting. That's how you get like whatever. Like, it's fine. Like, I just like bat it out of your hand when you reach for me. And I'm just like, Katya. And listen.
Okay, so Katya, you're lying on your back.
I'm all right.
Like 25 stories off the ground. Three stories down. The wind has just been knocked out of your lungs. We can see your rifle like dangling heavily in the wind. And I think you're just like lying on your back and you're looking up at the blue sky above you.
I'm still alive, but going to be interesting. Let's just say that. Because like I'm on a platform on the side of the building. I've got maybe a window nearby that I could like smash and get into, but there's kind of no other way off. And I'm not going to leave my rifle just hanging there.
Yeah, there's a lever that'll move the platform up and down. There's one at the top too. Yeah. Or you can just like
Is
break
my
a
rifle
window. and
attached
something.
to the platform, or is it attached to something else?
It's hanging from the edge of the platform. It got caught on a.
Okay, well, the
like
first
a part
thing
of the
I have
platform
to-
is hanging down there.
the first thing I have to do is recover that.
Okay, all right. So you like get down on your stomach and like reach down, pull it up.
Yeah, just.
Okay. So as you're taking the time to do that, you can hear the whine of the drones kind of like cresting. They're going to be cresting the building in a second.
Yep.
What do you want to do?
Assuming I have my gun back in my hand.
Yes. Yeah. You grab it.
I'm gonna hit the lever on the platform to lower it.
Okay. There's a little like
Yeah, not
marker.
not the like I'm going slowly down lever.
I was gonna say yeah. So there's
but the like this is hazardous and probably not a good idea.
the lever. Yeah, the lever has a control. It has a little like plastic slot that blocks it from going all the way up. But you can just break that and jam it
Okay,
up.
my strategy here is as fast as possible, walk at the bottom. Okay, like that's my plan.
All right, so basically like as close to free fall as you can get, and then pull it, like hit the brake as soon as you get like within jumping distance of the ground.
Exactly.
All right. Well, here comes another act under pressure.
Fucking hell. 7.
Okay. All right. So so you yank the lever, the thing just drops. It just starts to fall. You've broken the safeties on the lever. You're plunging towards the ground. The ground is rushing up towards you, and then at the last second, you jam the lever. It's not graceful. You get what you want, but I think the thing is like it's not designed for this, so it breaks when it hits the bottom. So one of the sides, the cable is winding so fast that it's heating up, and it snaps at the bottom. So you kind of bottom out in that the base plate, the thing you're sitting on, snaps sideways and falls on one side, and you roll onto the ground. Fall. You end up on your hands and knees on the ground.
Okay, but the first thing I've got to do, like ungraceful landing, yes, 100%, like not good. But is there any like foliage nearby?
Let's see. So I'm gonna make you get what you want. You don't die falling. But I'm gonna make you make a 0 harm move against like getting stunned when you land, because it does really like kind of knock the senses out of you.
It's cool. All right, here we go, team. Here we go.
Oh, so good at the harm move.
7.
All right, what would you like? I get to choose on this one, right?
Yeah, you do.
Okay. Let me see for harm. 7, 9. Okay. I know what happens. All right. So you land, and during all these shenanigans, on the other side of the building, Katya, you don't see any of this, but Drez, Relay, and Jinx, you see the front door open to the lobby, and flanked by his 2 slightly damaged drones, you see the Elixir Cyborg, Christian Vestergaard. They pop the door open. The 2 of them come out and like sweep the street, and then we see him walk out, and he's got this like white and gold like gas mask on now, because he knew there was going to be like an attack or whatever. So he's got this. It's like an industrial looking gas mask, but it's all like Elixir fancy. So it's got like kind of Baroque like gold swirls on one side, and his hair is perfect. It just like reaches right up to the hairline. And so he steps out into the street, and he's got a pistol in his hands. He's like looking around, and the drones are clearing the front for him to make his way to the vehicle.
And I calm to Drez, and I'm like, you told him to get in one of the cars that we're not in, right?
Yeah, of course. I like pop the door open on one of them for him to get in.
Yeah, so there was the one he was driving, the one carrying the drones, and there was the one carrying the aerial vehicles, the UAVs.
Yeah, the guys, the team is currently in the aerial UAV one. So then the drones
you can't. No, there's no room for passengers in the aerial one. The whole back is full of. It's a drone compartment and like a small workshop. So there's no room for people in that one.
Okay.
They'd have to be in the one with the where the big drones were, which is just like essentially a big box with clamps up top. So they're sitting on the floor of the inside of this box.
Okay, yeah, we just do it quickly then. We let him get in the car. As soon as he's in the car, lock the door, and we start to drive away before the drones can do anything.
Okay, so he walks up to the vehicle. I don't think he has any reason to think that anyone is in control of the vehicle.
No, I spent quite a lot of work trying to make it so he doesn't.
Yeah. Okay, so he walks up to the door. The drones go back to their little, like, they're headed back towards their vehicle. I guess they've called back the other drones. And so we see another drone come out of the alley, and it's like got a bunch of spray paint on one side and like some dents in its helmet from being like had rocks thrown at it. So the rest of them, because there were a half dozen originally, so these other 4 are headed back to the one that Relay and Jinx are in. He's recalled some of the flying drones. Actually, I think Katya, when you kind of come to, you look up to try to find these drones, but you don't see them anywhere. And maybe that triggers for you something is wrong, because he's calling them back because it's like it's time for Plan B. We're gonna pull out.
So is he gotten into the vehicle?
No, he's still walking across the lobby or the street towards it.
Then my plan hasn't changed. It's panic time. Like, no plan B, no thinking. Like, what you're gonna do. No setting up your next plan. Like, you got to escape, Mr. Vestergaard. I still have bullets. So if there's anywhere on the ground floor here, like on the actual ground, that I can sort of just take a shot at whatever's passing, even if I'm just kneeling in the open. But like, if there's foliage, then I would duck.
Yeah, you want to run up the side of the building,
like a bush or something.
Run the side of the building and then turn to get a shot across. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And what's your intent? Is to just like keep him distracted and force him to...
My intent is to destroy one of his escort, and maybe make sure that any small detail that he may have picked up, he doesn't.
Right. Keep him distracted. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Sure. Let's have you mix it up then. So you come around the corner, bring up your rifle. You can see, even though your vision's a little blurry from maybe banging your head on your way down, you can see him and his bodyguards. And one of them is slightly more damaged than the other, the one that you shot in the head. Do you want to target that one?
Yeah, I want to put one down if I can.
All right. So you got 6.
So that's
you got 9. Okay.
I gotta choose 2 again. I guess I take harm, and what are the clocks looking like? Horrible. Yeah.
Really
horrible.
bad. Yeah. Advancing the mission clock would be mission
fail us. Yeah. So I guess something of value breaks because I can't have my allies taking harm.
Okay. So you take harm. So you come around the corner. One of the drones, one of his security drones, like they're on high alert. So he turns and fires a quick burst at you, which hits the edge of the building and tags you. But you fire your shot at the other drone. You take harm as established. So 2, I think. Do you have armor?
I do, yeah.
Okay.
I got an armored coat, so so only 1.
Okay. So you take the harm and roll the harm move.
Yep. Just bang, shink. Like, let me see what I got here. Roll harm. Oh, that should be at a 1, so that's a 10.
Okay.
Because I can't
Of course.
fail.
Never fail harm.
Never fail
I
that
have
harm move.
never once failed the harm move at all. So that's a 10. So fucking I guess what?
You get to choose for 10.
Yeah, I know. I'm just I make the best of a bad situation here. If I take the full harm, I'm dead.
Yeah, you buy the farm if you take the whole thing.
Just lose use of a piece of cyberware until you can get it repaired. Or be out of action. Either one's fine. In my opinion.
Yeah, I guess I'll just be out of action.
Okay.
You know, the bullets put me down.
Yeah, exactly. I think you get hit, and and everything goes black. You fall backwards and crash onto the ground. Your shot, however, hits the drone that was protecting him, the closer one, and damages some kind of internal, like his little fusion cell or whatever inside. And this is they're about 2 or 3 meters from the vehicle. The shot goes off, but I think that he has enough time. Vestergaard has enough time to he starts to duck. Like he's like, shit, we're being fired at. He starts to duck down. The fusion cell in the drone bursts, and the drone blows up just like from the torso. Now, however, something of value is damaged. A piece of shrapnel hits Vestergaard in the side of the head and knocks him to the ground, and we just see him lying there with his eyes rolled back, blood pooling around his head. Now, he's not dead necessarily, but he can't make it to the car on his own. He's passed out. He gets hit with a piece of shrapnel, and he's down. The second security drone, the one that fired at you, the one that didn't get sniped, starts to fall back and reaches down to grab Vestergaard and is trying to pull him to cover.
To cover or into one of the cars?
Not into one of the cars, just behind a vehicle. He's going for the nearest cover.
So Katja's out. I don't know if we would have seen that. Maybe, but
I mean, you're not getting any response.
Yeah, she doesn't respond on the comms.
Yeah.
Okay.
D-Rez, the drones, now that they have, so they've monitored Vestergaard's consciousness. Now that he's out, now that his brain waves kind of have flattened into unconsciousness, they go into autonomous protective mode, right? So they flip into a semi-autonomous mode, which means first thing they do is they start pinging Skylark for a command update.
Okay, I'm going to try and hack the drone control real quick.
Okay. Do you have any hold to stop? But you're gonna have to do that first, right? Stop their comms, unless you want them to get to Skylark.
Oh yeah, we said the comms are on the.
It's through the vehicle.
Basic vehicles. Okay, so I'll take one of the. Security is comms, not systems. Okay, cool. Yep, I'll spend one of that. I have 1 left on security. I have 4 on the systems because I want to drive the car still, mainly.
Okay, sure.
Okay, I need to. Which way around is it? Compromise security is mined. I need to do that to get onto the servers of the drones. 6, 7, 8. Oh, didn't roll a 10 for once. That's bullshit. Okay,
Bullshit.
Yep. Okay, so I do that. I turn off their autonomous mode,
Okay.
and
So that's you. This is again. You kind of have to make both moves, right? Like one to get into the security systems to compromise the security, and then one to manipulate the system.
okay, let's manipulate systems. Yep, got him.
Okay, so the drone control system is capable of, you can activate or deactivate the drones. You can tell them to do something else. Basically, you become drone command, but each thing you tell them to do costs a hold.
Okay.
You have to spend one of your hold first to disable, like, new user has accessed the system, fires back to Skylark. You can turn that off.
Yep, let's turn that off.
Okay.
That'll be a security one. Systems. Okay, I override.
If you just tell them not to shoot at me, I can just go grab that guy.
I can just get them to pick him up and put him in the car. They've already picked him up.
That too. Yeah, that works.
Yes, I'll say. I'll send through a command. Secure VIP in vehicle. So
Okay.
Could you have one of them go grab Katya? I mean,
I was going to drive the cars over there, and then like have you get out and like put her into the back.
Yeah.
But I could do that. I mean, since there's no, oh no, the aerial drones I don't have still. Or do I?
This is the system that the aerial drones are controlled by. Yeah.
Oh, if I can redesignate targets, then I'll say secure both VIPs, and I flag Katya as the other one.
Okay.
To get both put into the car.
Yeah. Okay. So the other, I guess one of the like punk damaged drones, runs over to pick Katya up. The other one picks up Vestergaard and puts him in the car. Which vehicle is it? Where is everybody going? Where is Vestergaard versus like the rest of the team?
Vestergaard is going. I mean, if I put him in the, I say, I'll put Vestergaard in with you. You can keep an eye on him. Hold a gun to his head or something. Yeah?
Yeah.
Sure, whatever.
Okay. Yep. And I say, like, pop him in there. For now, it's more secure. Whatever.
Okay. So the door opens. A fairly badly damaged drone kind of like puts Christian Vestergaard in the vehicle with you. He has a pretty bad looking head wound, but it's a head wound, so there's lots of blood anyway. It's probably not as bad as it looks. And he's mumbling quietly, like incoherently in Dutch. And then the other drones like charge over to pick up Katya.
Can I immediately like search him for weapons and try and get them off him before he gets?
He dropped his gun outside. They didn't pick it up.
Was there anything else?
No.
Okay.
I mean, he's pretty heavily cybered, but you can't at a glance tell what any of his.
Well, I can't just take that off.
Yeah, exactly.
I just didn't want him to just have a gun and then he becomes conscious and like just points the gun right back at me is all.
Yeah, I mean he's semi-conscious. Okay. So yeah, the other drones go and they pick Katya up out of the bushes, and one of them like carries her back, and puts her in the same vehicle as Relay and Jinx.
Yeah. Okay, because I've got a plan to what to do with the other two cars. Cool.
Okay, cool. So everybody's in the vehicle.
Okay. And then I guess with the last thing of the actually I've got two more on the drones because I spent one to redesignate Katya as a VIP. I thought that was fair, and the other to put them both in the truck. So what I would do with the third one is be like protect the area. There are still hostiles, so they don't try to get into the truck as well. The drones try and stay there.
Okay, so you want to leave the aerial drones and their truck, and then the other two trucks are going to leave, like you with those drones, or what are you leaving behind and what are you taking with you?
Oh, I want to leave the manned drones outside because there are still a bunch of them because they're in the streets as well, weren't they?
Yeah, they were all recalled, so they're in the general vicinity.
Yeah, I want them to stay there, and I want the aerial, and then I want to drive all three trucks away.
Okay, all right.
Okay.
I think that there's an there'll be an error or an alert or something if you try to separate the aerial drones from their truck like too far, because they don't have enough power to like stay airborne forever.
The aerial ones being called, they can go.
Okay,
back in
so
their
you're gonna
truck,
bring them
that's fine.
back. Okay.
Yep.
All right.
Yep. Yeah, the only thing we're leaving behind is the drones who can no longer get into their van because we have the whole team in there.
Okay. All right. So those two vans, the 3 vans pull away with the. Are you gonna wait? You're gonna wait for the aerial drones to like land and refit, like get back in the vehicle.
Yes.
Okay.
The whole time I'm just like drumming on the inside of the thing, and I'm like, come on.
Yeah,
Right,
Relay's
okay.
not even going to wait for us to be underway to set up their next thing,
Yeah. Okay.
which is like I'm reconfiguring my comms relay and everything, getting it all set back up because it all got unplugged for me when I was being surgered upon by the hasty doc. But I'm like setting it up in a little corner, and then just like drag our friend here over to it and like flip him so he's face down and like push his hair out of the way.
I think while you're getting ready, like you roll the hospital gown sleeves up. There's a on the inside of your arm. There's a temporary like tattoo that's been sprayed on, and it says "I'm alive because of Hasty Doc," and then it's got a little trademark like at the end of it.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're doing that. Jinx is like, let's go. Katya is lying unconscious on the floor of this big like box on the back of a truck.
Lots of blood.
It's very glamorous.
And and you're getting ready to roll out. So let's grab our second break there, and we'll see what we can do with your new friend Christian Vestergaard when we get back. Stick around, everybody. We got more The Sprawl after this.